All right, y'all, got my cider water and my 2 pennies. Let's talk.
Begin with a scathing assessment of Cleveland's cybersecurity practices.
The state auditor found the city failed to implement basic security protocols, or controls rather. This comes after Cleveland was hit by 2 cyber attacks in the last year.
News 5 investigator Sarah Butterson is following through with new details on the auditor's assessment.
Damon and Katie, in this letter to the mayor and city council, the Ohio Auditor is highly critical of the city when it comes to cybersecurity.
They should be. You don't get cracked twice. Twice you didn't learn your lesson after the first one. You got cracked twice, man. You are a public entity that people rely on for whatever. I mean, justice, conducting business. You got to do better than that, Cleveland.
A cyber attack shut down Cleveland City Hall for 2 weeks last year.
It's a funky world, isn't it? Yeah, no, it's a funky world. But yeah, these whack jobs messing up the whole system for everybody.
I had a question because I was supposed to go to court.
Then another cyber attack shut down Cleveland municipal and housing courts for over 2 weeks earlier this year.
Are we going to get our identities stolen? Is there going to, what is the impact of this?
Some services.
Right. What is the impact? Have identities been stolen? Has information, sensitive PII information, been stolen? I don't know that there's been a real clear reckoning from these 2 attacks. So, yeah, we need answers. City of Cleveland.
Like background checks were disrupted even longer.
It would have been nice if somebody would have said, hey, by the way, these are going to be delayed. Here's your option.
Now, in this letter, the state's auditor.
See, now just no accountability to the citizens that live in the city, do business with the city.
Is calling out the city for its failure to protect critical systems and data. Among the findings, the city was not consistently enforcing its cybersecurity policy, not reviewing security reports on a regular basis, and both the municipal court and
that sounds about right. Government entities aren't that good at enforcing policies and following up and making sure things are situated correctly. They put something in place and then it'll run itself.
Department of Public Utilities did not have multi-factor authentication policies in place to help prevent hacks.
They didn't have MFA, multi-factor authentication policies in place. Okay, so policies are one thing, but it sounds like they didn't have multi-factor authentication in place at all. That's scary because that's like just leaving the door wide open with the key in it. I mean,
multi-factor authentication is when you have to provide 2 or more verification factors to gain access to a system.
Really looks like.
Yeah, they call it what you know and what you have. So with MFA, you get on the phone, you have to enter a code when you log in using your username and password. You have to enter a code along with that identifies, again, so what you know is your username and password, and what you have is the token that comes from your device. So that is two-factor authentication or multi-factor authentication, whatever you want to call it.
Like there's some very basic foundational things that are not in place.
Alex Hammerstone is a cybersecurity expert.
You would never think to not have multi-factor authentication in place, right? It's a basic security control. But it's one of those things, it's like seatbelts at this point.
The auditor's letter also says the city should create a cybersecurity awareness training program for employees to reduce the risk of getting attacked again.
So I really think that anything in the public sector really has a higher standard.
It does.
Because people cannot choose to not give you their data. You know, they have essential services, you know, whether it's, you know, taxing or courts or whatever it is. So I just think it's very important, you know, when you're involved in the public trust, that you're managing data appropriately, that you're really doing everything.
Exactly. They're managing a lot of data. People doing business, people, citizens having, you know, citizens and the services that the city provides. That's a lot of information and data that the city is responsible for, and it needs to be secure. So the data needs to be secure. Plus the transaction needs to be secure when you are transmitting data back and forth over the internet. And the people who access so I don't have a third penny, but the people who access this data need to have secure means of connecting and logging into these different systems. So you got a high standard that you have to achieve here. You know, do you need some help? There's plenty of talent out here. You just had there's a cybersecurity professional on this in this story. Reach out to somebody and get this shit situated, man. Don't sit here and have these people's the city of Cleveland's citizens and the greater Cuyahoga County at large don't have their data in jeopardy, and don't have the systems in jeopardy of being breached. Come on, let's do this. Let's get better.
So, what did the city and municipal court have to say about this letter? As usual, not much. Both declined to talk to us on camera today. A city spokesperson says they are reviewing the state's audit and getting help from the state to improve their cybersecurity practices. The Cleveland Municipal Court's new spokesperson says they are also reviewing the audit, and that administrative judge, Michelle Early, who has never spoken publicly about the cyber attack, was unavailable again today. Live in the newsroom, I'm News.
Yeah, so there we have it. I mean, government entities, specifically City of Cleveland, doing what government entities do and fumbling the ball, possibly leaving your data to be exposed to hackers, the interwebs, dark web, whatever. City of Cleveland, you got to do better, man. That's my 2 pennies. Uncle Mark about to tap on out of here. Let me know your thoughts on this story. I know this is probably indicative, like I said, of a lot of government entities, but what should Cleveland be doing to protect the data? I got my own thoughts as a person who works in technology, as a consultant. Got my own thoughts, but I'm not jumping into that. But let me know your thoughts. I'd like to hear what you got to say. Uncle Mark about to sign off on you. It's on.